What's up, Gunpla Modelers? This is Strutter Prime bringing you another edition of Gundam Models. Hello everyone, I am back from vacation. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys took a vacation time like I did, if you can. Maybe some of you haven't yet taken a vacation since it's not the summer yet. It's going to be probably another month away. But I needed a rest on my previous build. Obviously, you guys are probably going to be sick and tired of looking at that plaque there. I haven't thought of a place to put it, but I'll definitely find a place. And of course, I got to put away the tall geese, so that way it doesn't collect any dust. I have a cabinet that I have been contemplating on showing you guys. It has to be cleaned, it has to be organized, and I got no more room left. So there's probably going to be kits I'm going to be putting away so I can make room to put in the new kits. I would also like to comment on the recent news of the new high grades and master grade kits that's coming out, especially for the Shizuoka show that's coming up on the 16th to the 19th this month in Japan. I want to discuss this to all of you, but I said to myself, you know what? I'm probably going to wait a little longer and wait until the show comes up, and then I'll do a Gunpla cast. We'll review each kit that's being announced. I definitely want to say a lot of things. Clearly, you guys have probably heard about this through other people, but you know, I'll give my 2 cents when the time comes. So that one is going to be prepared. You know, I'm getting ready for that. I haven't gotten no more kits recently because I have pretty much a ton from a month ago, and I will probably be focusing on making those kits soon. You'll see it soon. I'm going to be making a straight build soon, and then I'll work on something custom. But in the meantime, I wanted to discuss about this. For those of you who don't remember, this was the carcass that is my diorama that I made last year for the New York Comic-Con for the Gunpla World Builders Cup competition. Everybody liked it. It was an interesting idea. However, I didn't win. I kind of said to myself, yeah, I realized it was not going to win either way. It was a worthy attempt, especially since it was my first time doing this. And it was a bit ambitious. I agree with that. Certain things didn't come out the way I wanted, and if I had at least another month or so, I would probably have perfected this even better. However, it didn't come out the way I wanted, so what can I say? You live and learn, and definitely I've learned on what I'm going to do next. I put Godzilla here, so my Danzanin custom, Godzilla custom here, even though it's not the correct size because the Godzilla is not 6 stories tall. We can fix that by doing a little bit of a Lord of the Rings forced perspective, and there you are. Now he's big enough, you know, you know. So yeah, enough of that comedy. Let's get down to business. So, realizing the mistake that I made last year, I'm going to learn from my mistake, and I'm now going to focus on a smaller build, a smaller diorama build. And I have 2 ideas that I'm going to work with. The 2 ideas I'm going to do is not going to be for Comic-Con, as a matter of fact. One is going to be for Comic-Con, while the other one is going to be for MosquitoCon. Let me put him away because I'm going to need the space in a minute. There we go. So here's idea number 1, which I definitely have planned for Comic-Con. Through, of course, watching other people's builds and watching online and things like that, I was looking into certain high-grade kits. Again, using high grades. I wasn't going to use master grades either way because, again, they'll be huge. I wanted to keep it small, compact, and unique. And these are the 2 high-grade kits that I am going to introduce for my next diorama build. The RGM 89DE Jagan Ikosa type Special Operations Mobile Suit, and the AMS 129 Gira Zulu Neo Zeon mass-produced mobile suit. Both of them, of course, are from the Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn OVA series. I really like the designs of these 2 mobile suits. I really do. Jagan's now starting to grow on me, and I kind of like how this has been designed as a special forces unit. While I love the evolution of the Gira Doga going into Gira Zulu. So my idea for this is to make, how can I say this? All right, let me try to see if I can explain it to you. Do you guys remember in episode 3 when I guess the forces near the end of the movie, when they got near that what do you call it? The colony, that destroyed colony that was in space, and then you saw like the actual frame of the colony floating in space, and they're going in and out and things like that. And of course you have wreckage of leftover ships from the war that's just strewn about. Something kind of reminiscent to what people seen in certain episodes of Seed and Sea Destiny. My idea would be this, is to create some sort of, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use this as a point of reference. So like, let's say this is part of a frame of a floating piece of debris from either a colony or a ship. And it'll have some, parts sticking out like that, the paneling here. It'll be floating in space and things like that. Some wiring coming up here. Obviously, this is too small. I will probably get something a little bit bigger, a little bit more wider. And it'll probably be on this angle. Like, if this was a ship, it will probably see the armored side here while the mechanics are inside. Or the internal frame is inside. Gira Zulu will be placed below this, supported by wiring or whatever I can think of to use. And he'll be in the position where he's like flying past this. While Jagan, Ikosa type, will be on the other side, on its backside, ready to surprise the Gira Zulu. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So it's that, again, another moment where he's about to attack an enemy without them seeing, I'm going to probably leave it the way the color scheme is, but I'll probably darken up in certain areas, give it a little bit more personalization. However, the Gira Zulu, I will probably do what I did with the Enigma Gundam, with the Enigma Zulu. With the Enigma Zaku. But I'm going to armor it up a bit, not replace. Give it a little bit more armored features. Kind of not full armor like the full armor unicorn. I mean extra armored paneling to give it more protection. I'm thinking of an armored Gira Zulu. That is so I'm definitely gonna scratch and custom build this guy. While this will be just a repaint job, and then in the meantime I will be making that frame where both these suits will be in it. And at the same time, I will probably be introducing LEDs. So that's idea number 1. Or that's diorama number 1. And that is definitely for Comic-Con. I won't, pretty much won't kill myself with me making 6 kits. I'll be just concentrating on 2. And then it'll give me a lot of time to work on the actual frame itself. I'll have to get myself a wooden base, probably something about, maybe basically about this size, and figure out the mechanics. Now, my next diorama project is a little bit more ambitious, but I have more time. And I plan to work on this partly maybe in the next month, and then a few months later, work on the other part. And here are the 2 kits that I'm going to make for MosquitoCon next year. And yes, this is not a Gundam. This is, of course, the Great Imperial Gamellus Astro Fleet, Garmalis warships, and the United Nations Cosmo Fleet, combined Cosmo Fleet, both 1/1000 scale, from the Space Battleship Yamato 2199 animated series. I really like these ship designs because it of course, I remember myself watching the original Yamato series back in the day, and it stuck to me, and I'm super glad that they're making these ships. And at these scales too, because I remember when they were making the smaller scales that you couldn't tell what's bigger and what's smaller. I have a few Yamato ships here that I will definitely like to show you guys later on. But for my diorama, which of course you're probably wondering, how can I make a diorama with spaceships? Here's my idea. And I think I'll use my little sanding pad again as a point of reference. Where is the toothpicks? Actually, no. Do I have my other thing? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. Okay, we'll use this. So, I will build both ships, of course. And actually, there's 3 ships here and there's 2 ships here. And then I'm going to get myself a platform. Probably the same size as what I did with the last year's diorama. I will put sticks, support, PVC support tubing here and here. Put 2 there, and then put 1, 2, 3 here, and they'll be in a line position facing, this way. Now, look at this scene where you see the UN fleet firing their green beams, and beam bounced off the Gamella ships, while at the same time the Gamella ships are firing their red beams, and they're penetrating and destroying our UN fleet, our United Nations Cosmo Fleet. I want to make a scene where they're doing that, firing their beams, bouncing off, while the Gamellus is, penetrating some of the ships. Most likely, I'll probably have him hit this ship in one specific area, while this cruiser here gets hit and it's now on the verge of exploding. And this, I want to use clear parts. Probably I'm going to scrap and use up, I'm going to save up all the clear parts that I have, from the clear trees, so I can mimic these attack patterns. But also, I'm going to definitely attempt to put LEDs inside and light up the beam effects as it's hitting, doing that effect. This is another ambitious project, which of course will take time. I got less than a year to do this, and I think I can do it. I just need to figure out how to do it, and if I can try to set up a way where I can create some sort of master controller or some sort of blinking device system on the actual base itself, where I can then feed up the wiring up the channel, have battery, be a battery operated, no CMOS batteries, and then have it set up where it's like illuminating, glowing back and forth and things like that. That I can do. Sound effects, no, don't even ask me about that. I don't think I have the patience for that, but I probably have the patience to do this. Now, in my recent review of May issue of Hobby Japan, you guys have probably seen the pictures of that. There's new ships coming out, new model ships. Actually, a new set of these ships came out, but only 2 of these in 2 different colors, and 2 of these in 2 different colors. While I think next month, and as a matter of fact, I have Hobby Link open right now, Hobby Link Japan. I know that next month there's going to be I think one of their command ships and 2 smaller destroyer ships. Can somebody tell me which one is which? Is this a cruiser? Is this a destroyer and a cruiser? Or is this a destroyer and that's a cruiser? Can somebody explain that to me? Because I can't find any description on Wiki. The Yamato site does not have that listed there. Also, it's all in Japanese, so I can't seem to figure this out. So I would kindly ask anybody if they can tell me what these two ships, their classes are, so I can, get a better understanding. But the ships that I was talking about is the Gamera ship set number 2, which supposedly is supposed to come out, in June. In June, it's actually one big ship, which was the one that was trying to destroy the Yamato. As a matter of fact, here it is. It's this ship right there. If I can get the camera right about there. See that? Followed by 2 smaller ships, which I don't see the description or whatever. It could be frigates or something like that. But anyway, that is my idea for my next diorama for 2014. Now you guys are probably saying, why don't I do it for Comic-Con? Remember, it's Gunpla builders. They don't accept anything other than Gundam. So it's pretty sad. It would have been nice if they did that. I know a while back they did a science fiction modeling competition in Comic-Con, but now they're not doing it this time. So there you have it. Those are my ideas. Those are my plans. I hope you guys like it. I'm now going to do a build on my next kit, which will be Seraphim High Grade Trans Am. With that being said, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. Take care.